السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. كيف حالكم؟ إن شاء الله كلكم بخير. رجعنا لكم في المقطع الثالث من بطولة وارزون في العالم أو العالمية. الحين شوفوا الترتيب معنا، صار بعد ما فاز بفل في الماب الثاني صار هو المركز الأول، هوسوكا نزل المركز الثاني، دز عمير باقي محافظ على المركز الثالث، والترتيب لين ما نوصل للمركز الأخير. يلا خلونا نبدأ في الماب الثالث ونشوف. نشوف أول شيء، خلونا نشوف أول شيء الترتيب.
76 points after two maps. The big thing though, 44 eliminations. So one of the things at the end of map one, I was a bit worried that maybe they'd go into aggressive, getting a lot of eliminations.
جو باقي المركز السابع للحين كويس.
And they're going huge right now, a massive gap over the rest.
Going huge indeed. Well, map number 3 is getting queued up. Let's get it going. Goes Tiff, take it away.
Hey, thank you so much, Reflections. That's right, map number 3, almost halfway through the first 6 maps of the World Series of Warzone, which means we are that much closer to that solo YOLO 100K prize, Gosh.
London, are we having fun yet? I think we can do a little bit better than that, but we'll try again later, Tiff. I'm excited for map number 3. You're right. We're almost halfway done, and you're right. Solo YOLO right around the corner as well. We have $600,000 to give away today, and well, maybe not give away. Maybe it's earned. But let's take a look at
وبدأنا في الماب الثالث، الماب الصعب. هذا من أصعب المابات، لأن الحين لازم بقية الفرق إذا تبغى تعوض تبدأ من الحين. غير كذا خلاص ما بيقدروا يلاحقون على شيء.
Priority and even over in the coveted H5 where Juki's typically lands. He's made history there competing from that POI quite some time, celebrates a lot of quick cash, but let's jump on board with DBZ out towards airport.
DBZ على طول أول ناس ينزلون على السترونج هولد.
And this has been an early contested spot since the very beginning of this tournament. Aizen versus DBZ, a fun fight, a difficult fight, two really good teams. And the question is, are they going to interact again? Are they going to try to push each other?
والله حرام ما يفوزون، والله ترى مرة يلعبون، بس سنايبرز هم ماخذين سنايبر، هم مو كويسين في السنايبر مرة.
Look, you just got to go in confidence. You said it yourself, Goes. Confidence is key, and we need to have a little bit of consistency here because with that fight at the top of the leaderboard starting to get incredibly close now, just 15 points separating Team Biffle and Team Hisoka. Everything is going to need to matter, and Mutex, Jay, starting off to an incredibly strong round here. There are 3 squads nearby. Team Savvy Ultras just north of this trio of Chaos, Sirius and Moriko. They need to stand back.
ما تلاحظون التيم السعودي ما يجيبونه مرة ولا قد حطوا ولا مرة على للحين إلا بداية الماب الأول بس. هذا التيم الياباني.
They've played together before, but not a ton. And Jesus is an incredible third add into this. Mutex and Jesus had a little bit of Kim as well. Jesus actually went and hung out with Mutex, so they've got some chemistry. They've got a chance to prove themselves. But Sirius goes big and finds Jesus from distance to take it to a 3v2. Huskers and Mutex likely going to try to rotate out here. Looks like they actually might be splitting. Mutex might not see that there's a pathway out, and all of a sudden, this could be a very difficult fight for Mutex to take. Sure, he has high ground, but a 3v2, a straight lady on your head, what are you going to do?
Mutex still has high ground, but he is going to be forced off of the roof. But when you have such good ground loot, is able to grab the down and finish
هذا ياباني CBA team CBA ذا ياباني.
Early on, so Huskers Co, you know they had such a long journey to get here, and so far have run headstrong into resistance. But Nico,
برضو شفت التيم اللي مع دي بي زي اللي من البداية قاعدين يضربوا معهم الحين، نوكم منهم 2.
Trying to dolphin dive behind cover so Nico can get back into with his team.
Yeah, that CPA team, that's our Asia expansion region team. They play extremely aggressive, so it makes sense they like observatory.
Okay, Crowder, phase up here.
Take a look at Crowder, sniper. Maybe not the signal, but we'll take it.
Whatever
you got in hand, find a down that's going to open up a pathway moving into the next building. Potentially could move into this fight. Still a very difficult fight to push up on, and this could be one of those fights. I gotta sneak the word in.
وحداوي يتنوك وبرضه وحداوي يتنوك الحين مرة ثانية.
Long time, and sometimes that's good, but most of the time that's bad. You might sit here and fight the same team for 5-6 minutes while a team like Hisoka's already wiped 2 full teams and then setting up for their in-game.
You can see Goat and Co able to call in their loadout, but Dez able to apply the pressure with the ground loot Cronin, and if you're going to get a ground loot weapon weapon. Getting the one with at least 50 rounds in the mag is going to be nice. It's going to be allowing them
والله
to put
أول
as
مرة
much
أعرف إن
pressure
اللوحة
as
دي تقدر
possible.
تطلع
But you're
فوقها.
right, this fight isn't going anywhere anytime soon, but being able to whittle down your enemies, get all the
بس
plates
حمود
out from
برضو
them. But
ويا
if they have
بالثاني.
one PA, one missile, everything would change the tide of that engagement. As you can see, Rated and Adrian on
والله
the
فريق
rooftop.
آيدن في خطر.
But it's going to be one, but it's going to be another.
والله صح عليك.
Able to capitalize on
من
that
بالله
and
السنايبر
immediately
ذا
fly in.
يجي للجلد.
Yeah, this is a great elimination because his
فنش
team can do
وارجع.
nothing about it. CZR goes down, but answers
نوك
actually from a
آيدن.
third party. Z-Smith comes in from behind and wipes his former teammate. Aiden sent to the gulag. Z-Smith, E-Bates, DJ Moss on the hunt, and Rated knows they're coming.
Look, if anyone's
Allah
going to do it,
Benti,
having
man.
it be Z-Smith is pretty nice. When you think about the storylines that he had going throughout the stages of World Series of Warzone, kind of came out of a semi-retirement, and he always knew, I have so much to prove. And knowing how many tournaments Z-Smith has won throughout the history of Warzone, having him say, I am an underdog, is kind of scary, because we talk about everyone that has their own stories and what they have to prove. Z-Smith, you know, this is the stage to do it on.
Well, we've got Reaper, we've got Diego Soros and Lage on your screen. Lage looking for an elimination here. Lage actually one of our 10 mouse and keyboard players as well. Coming through these regions, Lage goes big. You can tell based on his sensitivity what he's able to do. Snap it around.
قدامه.
Controller players, but the smoke. He doesn't get first shots down. Luckily still alive though. Is going to use the smoke to his advantage
يا
this
أخي
time.
كيف يشوفون ذولا والله العظيم ما صعب يا أخي.
See all the smoke, Zaf in the distance, gonna hit the parachute and try to expand out to another building. This is one of the toughest buildings, in my opinion, to push, but Hollow, he's gonna jump out, try to get a different angle onto Lage. Not able to capitalize, here we go, the shields are gonna be cracked, and yes, it's a 2v2, but it's gonna be Zaf that goes down.
Lage last alive, in trouble, running away. Third place from the Brazil qualifiers.
اشرد.
Has a chance here to stay alive and should be able to get out of dodge, but it's going to be difficult to not get hunted down.
لا لا حمود والشباب طلعوا.
Observatory Tiff. Look who's here. Hisoka on main stage and trying to hunt down this Asia qualifying team. CPA, Sirius, Mariko looking to answer back, but down on the low ground. This is going to be a tough fight to win, and they actually might just take the tunnels out.
اليابانيين ده ضد ثاني أقوى تيم للحين.
Mayapo though already has the high ground. They've got loadout weapons. They're utilizing the buy station here at Observatory because you start to think, while this POI is dead near center of the next zone, where do you go from here? You want to wait and see because typically they are in that end game with some of the best positions, and similar to what we saw out of Biffle and Sage from map number 2, just being able to get to the end game and have player advantage can be nice. But Invader, Sway, and Hunt on the main stage here already with 2 eliminations, and Clown in the gulag.
Yeah, those are 2 teams that I was talking to before the broadcast. They were like, nobody knows us, nobody respects us. We're here to prove our name, prove our worth. So excited to see if they're able to do that.
قاعدين يطلعون.
Best Warzone competition in the world.
اليابانيين ذبحوا هاسوكا.
Everyone's still biding their time. Now we have seen the first team fully eliminated.
سواد فولي سكوب سكواد وايد.
Many of our teams, if not all of our teams,
أتوقع هم أول تيم طلع.
Team Biffle 48-point victory, and now a little layer cake action. You'll love to see it. DJ Moss, E-Bates, Z-Smith, a fun fight against Joe Woe's squad, seemingly with the advantage. Breadman gonna sneak out of there. Limax.
Not sure he's able to yet. جوا هذا سواد.
Trying to figure out the best way to infiltrate Team E-Bates, but it's Limax from down under crawling to the mid-level of this building. Now, one thing when I was getting to talk to them, you know, I had a chance to stand down with Bread, Joe, Woe, and Limax. And he's like, I just shoot my gun.
والله رايح لهم.
And shoot, and he's still infiltrating this building now.
هذا يلعب موس كيبورد.
If he's able to fully flank them, that's kind of scary, bro.
Sneaky, sneaky.
والله سنيكي صدق.
I don't think they know he's here.
Dude.
Trigger discipline's gonna hold on to it. If he can catch it.
لا عم تطلع لهم.
He's gonna sneak up. Is he gonna find it? Couple grenades. No.
رغم عليهم
Goes for the nades instead of the gunshots. Could have maybe grabbed the knock there, but
حرام عليك.
Not sneaky enough. Gets the self-revive up, but E-Bates should clean that up, no problem. Limax sent to the gulag. Nice try, buddy, but not enough. Seeing you back onto the map. Let's go to the team at the top here as we try to get a little bit of some more information. Tiff, we always talk about how information is key. There's a ton of ways to gain information.
You can definitely interrogate a player if you're relatively safe, and it'll give you a live ping of the enemy teammates, so you can kind of focus that out. And Biffle going to join in. You can see Shifty from that engagement was able to grab a gas mask. They all three have self-res as your map 2 winners are in it for the wins, and they're going to do just that as Sage decides on to Morpheus. You know, their journey throughout World Series Warzone was really tough. Even Goes, you cursed them once when they were on the building trying to get by 1 point Goes, and that was a full elimination on Jukies that they didn't get. So now here on the stage, in person, on the global finals, they are going up against a massive Titan, and Zakar cannot get away.
Yeah, I wonder if this is what happened last match. We had a chance to interview them, right? They went down first, and they get wiped here again. I think they're full out of the lobby. Team Rocket can't catch a break, and it's because of Team Biffle going big, grabbing their early eliminations. They have a system working.
وهسوق المركز الثاني 63 بينهم تقريبا والله بينهم نقاط كويسة تقريبا اوكي تقريبا 64 يمكن بينهم تقريبا 6 7 14 نقطة. والله مرة كثير بداية الزون، إلا إذا كان طلعوا تيم بافل الحين يتنوكون ويطلعون كلهم وايد يقدر هزوكا.
Strong is in trouble, and it's a nice knock, but Solitude, not sure you're going to be able to do much here. If you're Crowd, if you're Nico, you need these eliminations. Again, a team that traditionally plays in-game well, but it struggles to find a ton of eliminations. Of course, they won the wild card map.
احنا رقم 42 اتوقع مو موجودين، احنا طلعونا والله ويبونا من بدري.
And let's take a look at our map view. Of course, you can take a look at the map view as well with the Call of Duty Echo Twitch channel. Go check it out if you want to see that view. And it's a fairly central zone. It looks like Observatory is still inside the zone.
والله قاعد يلحقون solid. مع السلامة. ثلاث فرق للحين اللي طلعت وباقي كلهم موجودين.
You have to think about the rotation of where we're moving to. The teams at Observatory
في تيم رابع بيطلع الحين.
Priority, but for the teams coming in from Village, Shireen Pass, they are going to have that high ground disadvantage as you climb up Observatory. And just like the end game and map number 2,
والله دي قاعدين يجلدون.
That are all congested, they're rotating out of it. But Team Savvy Ultra,
Team Z-Liner, والله قاعدين يجلدون.
remaining here on the outskirts of Village, one of those teams that will have to rotate through Observatory.
Yeah, they had a nice start in the first map, but couldn't really catch a break in the last one, and seemingly a little bit of a blender earlier. Heard that maybe Savvy Ultra's even lost his gulag, but got bought back. There's a ton of ways to get your teammates back, so make sure you can do that, and of course to have player advantage. It's necessary in these moments, especially playing outer zone like Gooey, Clapson, Goat, DJ. Blade actually in trouble from Aiden. Would love to check back over to that fight and see what's happening. Here it is. Observers on point. Aiden was able to get better of one. They split up Blade from Vortex and Savvy Ultras and took care of business. However, Savvy Ultras answers back with a signal 50 kill on Adrian. It's a 2v2. Aiden and Rated versus the former World Series of Warzone
والله على طول يطلعون. ايدن قلب كان يلعب سنايبر صار يلعب كسوب و إذا لعبوا قدامه أوبن حيشيلهم. ايدن لعيب في الأوبن.
Jumped down, went for the buyback onto Adrian, but unfortunately will lose their life in the meantime. But Aiden with the flare will be able to bring them back, but the same goes for Blade. He was immediately brought back.
نازلين عنده ولا هم خايفين من شيء.
Able to get the down there, but they know, and there's a medic vest on the distance. So we talk about the different med vests that are available, able to grab a gas mask, and some teams even filter through those different types of vests where, hey, if you got to hit the res on a team, you want the medic, you want a quicker res, but they've got comms, they've got stealth, and Aiden on the rooftop still.
Let's take a quick
يطلعهم صدقوني والله يطلعهم. لعيب ايدن لعيب مرة.
People in the stadium might be booing him. Maybe like
والله ما مدي يطلع. ولا كان معاهم سنايبر الحين ينوكونه بسنايبر. ما انا ما اتوقع هذول توهم نازلين، ما اتوقع عندهم اسلحة. قاعد يشتري. لا ما عنده باي ستيشن. عنده ولا ما عنده باي ستيشن؟ ذا مو مبين في الماب. الا اتوقع في باي ستيشن عند البرج ذا. مع السلامة. لا والله ما قدر عليه. بيصير ذا اللي وراه الحين.
Cool, calm, and collected is what Aiden and Rated are always. The Cheddar brothers having played together for years now and earned, well, a lot of cheddar. Hundreds of thousands of dollars earned, not between both of them, but singly. Each of them having earned well over $300,000 and trying to add an extra $100,000 on top of that here today. You can see the map. Increased view on your screen. You can see all the teams having to rotate in. Observatory outside of the next zone. We are headed over to Saeed City and outside of caves here, Tiff.
Oh, look, this is going to be so tough. You're going to have Aiden. They're actually electing to grab the high ground, which is nice here for them at Observatory because you can kind of parachute off onto the other side. But you're going to run the risk of going through the river. If there's anyone that's going to have a beautiful advantage in that next zone, it's going to be the teams that have made it already into Saeed City that have the ultimate high ground. But you can see Mayapo from a distance playing on the cliffs outside of Observatory. And there goes 1-2 down and out. We knew that was going to be the issue with the Signal 50, but for another issue, it's the fact that Huskers taking on Tony White, man. For everything they've been going through early game, their ability to regain is exponential.
Yeah, I've been very impressed with Huskers' team's ability to stabilize. I've seen them hunted down time and time again from TBE, and yet all three are alive and trying to take this fight from potentially multiple angles. We'll see if they can hit a couple jump spots up, or they're just going to all push up together. Sweezy's team, of course, has the advantage here, being that they have the high ground, some pinches. And if you take too long here, Tiff, I'm worried about a third party. There's a ton of teams close by that could potentially do it. Here are those jump spots I was talking about. Looking for any angle they can get a chance to shoot through those windows and find their prey. Speaking of prey, Clutch Belk.
والله بشع فلاش باك يلا مع السلامة. بس دستروي شرد.
Doesn't look like a full team wipe.
أو زي لاينر اللي شرد.
Yeah, but Skull on 0, and we're already on circle number 4. And the issue with that being is they need to be able to maintain the pace that Team Biffle has set. Yes, they won map number 1, but Team Biffle answered back in map number 2, and now well into map number 3. Biffle is just extending and capitalizing on that lead.
بفل قاعدين يبشون على الناس وقاعدين يتصرفون على كيفهم. هذا ذابح 3 الحين ذا. بفل طلع.
Finding so much success here alongside Sage and Biffle.
Yeah, this is a tough one. Now, I did just see a team that was full wiped out of this map, so not going to be a great one. We just missed out on the multiplier. We're just now inside the multiplier. Shifty and Sage are missing one, so they're going to play patient here and hopefully just pick up a couple picks as teams try to rotate in. There's Castillo, one of the other teams, fantastically performing today from Mexico. Third place going into this map with Deus Amir, a team that a lot of people were watching out for, but there was really a lot more chatter around the second place team from Mexico, which is Panda and Goat Clamp, who are nowhere to be seen, at the very least inside of top 5. So we'll see what they can do in this map as Ahsoka continues to push the equation, continues to push the pace. If you're dictating pace, usually you're on top. The problem is when the team's on top of you, you're going to be in trouble. High ground is everything.
ما أتوقع. ثلاثة ضد 2 ما أتوقع. فنسهم بيشيلونهم. خلاص. تيم وايد. هسوكا خلاص راح على الأول. شوف بافل كم 90 نقطة. والله صار مرة صعب الحين يلحقون بافل المركز الأول. خلاص ما أتوقع أحد بيلحقه.
Trying to get across the river, they'll do so, but it's Shifty, it's Sage, just answering back, finding it doesn't matter. They just get a chance to angle. They just throw down 2 members will fall. One still standing. But Sage has to prioritizing healing. The question is, where is Shifty, and can they stack this?
Tiff, we have 26 teams alive. Sage is on 10.
لا في واحد منهم شرد.
2 players alive. Biffle's nowhere to be seen, and it doesn't
والله
matter.
يلعبون من الأخير.
unbelievable performance from this team. It almost doesn't even matter what their multiplier is. They stabilize at the top of this leaderboard because their main competition, Team Hisoka, is out of this game without a great map to show for it.
Yeah, but the issue is they have 10 seconds and they are not in circle. They have to move. So look at King AJ. They have to be able to clear out the right side because the squad that's in the top 5 just ahead of them, Deuce Amir, is in the building that they want. And even then, they will still have to keep moving to that eastern side. Squad number 5, that's going to be FIFA Kill, is already positioning themselves well into zone. But Sage and Biffle, your map 2 winners, they're going to have to get there.
That's a big wrap. Gas mask are everything, and it looks like they both have one, at least for the moment. Sage, Shifty, you see Wars trying to push the fight. Shifty and Sage are having to fight back, and Shifty goes down, so it's going to be all up to Sage. Answers to Wars and finds another.
يا الله سيج ذا وخلص عنده 11 كله باقي 21 تيم. خلاص بيموت لأنه ما بيقدر يجيب أخويا الحين.
What can he do as there's a ton of teams on the other side of these walls?
Burning through the gas mask, does need to stay inside out of the gas. He was pilfering through the loot to try and do his best to find a flare to no avail. But now you have to play your life and just crawling in through the smoke, through the chaos. But it's going to be Deuce Amir, a top 5 squad. And
لا يا لعيب.
No health.
بس لا مو هو اللي مطلع الزون اللي ذبح. والله لو ذبح الأخير ذا.
They're going to be at the top of the leaderboard, but it's the Mexico team winning their Mexico qualifier, still alive. Deus Amir, last alive for his team. A team wipe to boot. Mexico going big.
I really respect the ability from Sage to try and hit that mobile buy, but to no avail. But still, the Titans, the prodigal son, Tommy, on your screen, returning to the copper box, looking to find success. But you got to get through the end game first. 12 squads remaining, and they seem to be at least north of 8 eliminations. But we're having to fight forward. Utilizing Semtex, you can only imagine how to clear out a building. No connects. So they're making sure they can check, is anyone still inside this building? Can they get it for free?
بيشيلونه هذول حابسين انفسهم.
There's the grenade knock. TBE, they call themselves TBE because they're the best ever. Tommy goes big for 8 currently and should find a 9th.
Tommy
position. They've got player advantage. Tiff, this could be the map they need to creep inside not only the money, but potentially the top 10.
The money starts at top 25, so halfway through the lobby, and now you've got them on the roof. You hear the signal 50, but Team Braxton, they're not gonna let TBE take it so easily as Braxton turns on that guy, able to get just inside before falling, but finessing, capitalizing on the rest of Team Huskers.
This is such a fun team to watch. Again, another team that on paper are underdogs.
هو ما بين تيم تومي وما بين تيم براكستون.
chance to go big to win map 3, but you've got to go through the behemoths that are TBE, who have the clear advantage. Signal 50 in hand, sure, you'll connect, but can you find a knock and a full wipe? You love to drop some of these teams of 3 down to 2. Gain every advantage you can. They don't get the zone pull, but it's still not a bad one because they've got angles and they've got, at least Tommy's got a gas mask to use.
We're into the top 5 as Team FIFA Kill goes down, and guess who's got the pull? It's going to be Team Braxton, but TBE look to capitalize on that, but they don't have any Semtex. They've got to do it with the Lockman and close the distance. Braxton Chow
يا ألمند حرام عليك. والله ضيع التيم حق ألمند.
Did it connect because Noobs is landed. He hits the flare. We knew it was going to be a flare warfare, and Stukex able to end Team Lovey, and now we're into the final 3.
TBE not only got everyone back with flares, now we've
حرام عليه ألمند هو اللي ضيع التيم حقه ما بش.
Tommy last alive. What we thought could be a TBE victory now. All signs are pointing to Team Braxton. No, Benzie, Boogs going huge. Finessing falls. It's Tommy versus Boogs, and there's one other team.
لا باقي تيم. باقي براكستون.
Still up. Tiff. 3 teams, 4 players.
وبراكستون جاب خوية بعد.
Tommy fighting some weapons.
Saw another member hitting the mobile buy. We're getting finessing back to join Braxton, and he was able to grab a sub on the roof. What looked dire
وجابوا خويهم الثالث.
starting to look a little better because he was able to grab a signal as well. Boogs and Stukex, you may have the high ground, but we're doubling down.
أما تومي والله رجال يا تومي.
But finessing doing his best to anchor. This is looking so good for them, and they take it. They take game
يعني ما كانوا ما اشوف انه هذا هو تيم براكسون، بس ما اتوقع انه كان جيم مره يعني. ها هذا التيم اللي فاز تيم براكسون الماب الثالث، بس كلاتهم مو عالية. 11 20 كل. اللي بعده نشوفكم بالفيديو اللي بعده.